Lauren Bolton, Kate Fitton, has been through enough hideous ordeals to last a lifetime in Coronation Street. Most recently, she accidentally took some LSD and found herself wandering through the factory, hallucinating that she was being pursued by Joel Deering, Callum Lill. This flashback to the grim events that she endured at the hands of the evil pervert absolutely terrified her, so much so that she ended up falling down the fire escape and sustaining broken ribs and a ruptured spleen. Adi Alahan, Adam Hussein, at whose party the LSD was taken, blames himself for what happened. Although he never meant for Lauren to take the drug, it was his fault. It was placed somewhere she could accidentally take it. Feeling guilty, he visited Lauren in hospital, and she told him the hospital had done drug tests and concluded she was spiked. After Amy Barlow, Ella Mulvaney, experience of being spiked, Adi felt even more guilty that he'd inadvertently put Lauren through a similar experience. He admitted to Billy, Daniel Brocklebank, that it was all his fault that there were drugs at the party, and Nina, Molly Gallagher, Summer, Harriet Bibby, and Lauren ended up taking them. Adi tried to tell Lauren too, but bottled it at the last minute when she told him not to blame himself, that someone had brought drugs to the party. Wanting to do something to make things right for Lauren, Adi insisted that he was going to lend her some money to help her get back on her feet. She was reluctant to accept, but he wouldn't take no for an answer. We've seen before that Lauren can be suspicious when people try to help her. And after her horrific experience with Joel Deering, it's completely understandable. Only a few months ago, she lost her friendship with Bobby Crawford, Jack Carroll, after suspecting that he was blackmailing her in an attempt to get closer to her. Bobby had only been trying to help her, and he was devastated when he found out what she thought. So when Addie offers to help her move into her new flat and gives her an air fryer, Lauren is immediately suspicious of his motives and tells him she doesn't need any help from him. Addie's offer of assistance is genuine, although it is fueled by his guilty conscience. Will Lauren let her guard down and accept his help? When Lauren first arrived on the cobbles, she was an innocent teen working at Underworld, eager to make a fresh start after family troubles. But her world was shattered when the evil Joel Deering began stalking her, culminating in a haunting sequence of events that left her physically and psychologically scarred. Joel's obsession turned violent on multiple occasions. His intrusion into the factory, his manipulative gaslighting, and the moment he physically overpowered her, leaving deep emotional wounds that medicine alone could not heal. Those events reached a horrifying climax when, in the throes of a hallucinogenic nightmare, Lauren believed Joel was pursuing her once again. In reality, she had accidentally ingested LSD at Addie's party. Under the influence, she staggered through the factory back corridors, convinced that every shadow was Joel closing in. Terrified, she scrambled up a fire escape, lost her footing, and plummeted to the ground below, sustaining multiple broken ribs, a ruptured spleen, and a host of other injuries that landed her in a high-dependency unit. The physical pain was excruciating, but the psychological aftermath was even worse. She emerged from the hospital shell-shocked, hypervigilant, and unable to shake the feeling that danger lurked around every corner. It was this precise terror that made Lauren the most vulnerable resident on Coronation Street. Each time she thought she might be safe, her memories, the echo of Joel's threats, the flash of his face in every darkened room, dragged her back into panic. Even moments with friends were tinged with suspicion. Could the drink she was offered be spiked? Was that person blocking the doorway trying to trap her? In the aftermath of such trauma, trust becomes a luxury, and every hand extended in friendship risks being seen as another trap. Adi Alahan, the well-meaning friend who hosted the party where Lauren's ordeal began, carries a heavy burden of guilt. The night started innocently enough, a get-together to celebrate a successful exam, a few too many fizzy drinks, and the kind of careless atmosphere that teenagers can navigate, until someone slipped LSD into the punch bowl. Adi had never anticipated such a thing. He never once thought someone would introduce a hallucinogen into an otherwise harmless gathering. Yet the proof was undeniable. Lauren's toxicology report confirmed she had been spiked. Billy Mayhew, Daniel Brocklebank, delivered the news to Audie with sympathetic gravity. They believe it was an external contaminant, lad. It wasn't mixing at home. Someone spiked her drink. Audie's face turned ashen. It was a word he'd never wanted to feel, responsible. The moment he